name is Richard Beswick. Got a company called Ilumin8te Events. We've been going 10 years, so it's actually 10 years this year. And we're in the events and marketing space. Outdoor events is sort of our speciality, and the live marketing. I was sitting with a bit of excess capital in the business, and obviously with excess capital you either want to invest it back into the business, buy certain things that you can obviously then rent out, sell, or you want to take that money and you obviously want to look for a vehicle that you can invest it into. And the 5-year is obviously something that was a little bit nerve-wracking for me, because obviously as a business owner you don't really want to look at tying up your capital for 5 years. But I had quite a lot of excess capital, so I took a portion of that excess capital and sort of said this money is sort of enough that I can be without it for 5 years. And Fedgroup obviously offered a nice interest rate, and that was obviously very appealing to me. I've actually taken out 2 secured investments. They were about 6 months apart. So the first one was just like an initial one. I actually got it, I think it was about 12.3%. And then Fedgroup launched the Black Friday special at 13%. So I was like, okay, I had to get a secured investment at that rate as well. So I took another one. So my first one is actually just going on a year, so it was actually a year in October. What appealed to me about Fedgroup was the fact that they were big enough that I was happy and comfortable putting my capital with them. But they were also small enough to care. You sort of got that personal touch from them. You weren't sort of dealing with a call center. I was actually able to deal with one of the sales managers, and they made me feel very comfortable giving my money across to them. It was actually very easy. I had to fill out a couple of forms. I think it was probably 1 or 2 forms that I had to fill out. Obviously, because it's in my business name, there were a few extra things that I had to do. I can't remember exactly, but obviously, most people would take a secured investment out in their personal capacity, but I took it out in my business name. So I filled out those forms, and then that was pretty much it. And once it was in the account, what's great is you get the statement every month. You know exactly how much your money is growing. And the other thing that appealed to me with Fedgroup is that obviously at any point in time I can actually change it to the monthly income earning. So at the moment mine's sitting on the capital gain, so I'm looking at the effective rate at the end of it, of obviously putting in the money, and then at the end of the 5-year term actually getting the sort of full amount with the effective interest rate. But at any point in time, if I do need that extra monthly income, I can just change it over to then the monthly income earning option. The biggest thing obviously was the rate of return. I wanted to see where the best place I could put the money is. My experience with Fedgroup so far has been great. Anything that you need, you can just pick up the phone and speak to the person that sold you the product, which is great. Often what I find with financial advisors, as soon as they've sold you on the product, you never hear from them again. And I didn't feel like that with Fedgroup. Obviously, it's employees that you're dealing with of the brand, and you can pick up the phone, you could speak to the sales manager if you wanted to. And I think that's what gave me the trust in the brand. There's a lot of diversification within the products within Fedgroup. And I think that was the nice thing, obviously as an entrepreneur I needed the different types of products. I couldn't tie up all my capital for 5 years. I needed products where I could access the capital immediately if I needed to. And I feel comfortable leaving all the money there. I'm not sort of looking at any other solutions from any other providers, because I think Fedgroup offers me everything I need.